Hi everyone, I'm back and everything is dry, and now we are going to cover everything. Now you've got several choices. If you want your cover to have a really pronounced texture, then you use paper towels. But if you don't like all these dots that are on the paper towels, and here that's what I've used for this cover. I'm going to bring it close so you can see. That's how it looks with the paper towels. So if you don't want to use this thing, you have two more options. You can use the white plies of paper napkins, or you can use tissue paper. But tissue paper, if you want to use it, really work on it and make it wrinkly until it's more pliable, and you can work with it more easily. Otherwise, it's really hard to make it go into all the nooks and crannies of the pattern you made with the 3D paint or with the hot glue. So if I'm going to use the paper towel, and I prefer to take it and separate the two plies. Now I don't know if you have 2 plies or 3 for your paper towels. Just see what works for you. So it's more sturdy than the napkins, but it's still a thin material, but it's a little bit more lost the word, but it's more than the paper napkin. You just need to practice and see. You can even take, before you start to work on your book, on your cover, you can take just the cardboard and do 3 examples on the side with the tissue paper, with the paper napkins, and with paper towels, and see what works for you. So even the paper towel, I scrunch it up and I'm going to tear it to pieces, at least here, and where there is pattern, raised pattern, I will want small pieces that I can work inside all the nooks and crannies. So basically this is it. Now I've got white glue, and it's a little bit diluted with water. It's like, this one is like 2/3 glue, 1/3 water. So you take the glue and go inside all this. Now I take one piece and I want it to get over the edge, because afterwards I'm going to flip it over so it will cover the edges. So now with the paintbrush I'm going to tap it so it will get inside, like so. I can already go and glue it inside if I want to, or leave it and at the end flip everything over. Here we go. Now I will just put something here so this won't stick to this page, like so. And I'm going to take another piece of the paper towel and just continue working. And I want overlapping because I want wrinkles and I want texture, but you don't have to. You can, it's up to you how much texture you want. If you want it to look more like smooth leather, or you want it to look more like a scrunch up leather. That's why I said that it's good to try on a piece of cardboard before you are starting on your piece, so you can determine what appeals to you. Make sure you get in all the crevices, and make sure you don't have air bubbles. You need everything glued down tight. I'm also here I don't have any pattern that is raised up, but I'm letting the piece wrinkle because I want those wrinkles. As you can see, more and more wrinkles. I'm making them on purpose. I'm flipping it over and gluing the axis. I don't care that it's not even. When I'm finished, I'm going to take some kind of paper and glue it here. You can even take the first page of your book or two and glue them like so, so everything is tied and looks good. So here we go. Also here we have this that also is going to get covered. Here I don't leave excess because I don't have where to tuck it. Sometimes I'll even on purpose go and put another layer of this paper towel if I think it needs more wrinkling and more texture, like so. I'm taking another piece and I'm gonna put it here. I'm letting it wrinkle, and now I'm going over again with the glue and letting it get wrinkled, but inside all the dents, like so. Sometimes it moves and it doesn't cover everything, like here, so I will just take another piece and glue it. Like so. So I'm going to go all over this, and again I'm putting this here, so Here we go. Again, putting glue down. The only thing I'm not going to cover is the dragon's eye. Like so. I'm working really hard to get inside so I won't lose the pattern that I made with the 3D paint. So you basically need to add texture but not cover the texture or the pattern you made on your book cover with the 3D paint. And here, because I don't want the eye to get I need to work forgot the word, around the eye. I'm taking little bit of pieces so it won't cover it. Here we go. I'm tucking it around the eye and again tapping so it will get inside. The good thing is that the glue takes time to dry, so if I think something didn't take so well, I'm going and tapping again until I'm sure everything is in place, whatever. Sometimes it's hard to explain things not in my language. Okay. So basically this is it. It's the same thing if you pick up paper napkins, but with paper napkins, because they are more delicate than paper towel, you just need to work more gently. And if you are using tissue paper, then it's more sturdy, so the opposite. But basically you need to cover everything and go inside all your pattern. So I'm going to continue this. I have also the other side, and when everything is covered and wrinkled and glued and dried, then I'll come back and we'll start with the painting and highlighting all this hard work. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I've glued down all this area, and I need to continue and do the other side. Now, as this is still wet, so I've got to let it dry and then continue to the other side, and then also glue down the eye. For now I didn't glue it because I've noticed how it is difficult to work when this is standing out of the book cover. So I'll wait for this side to dry. I'll cover this also with the paper towels, and then I'll come back. I'm back. So it's taking a lot of time to dry. There is a lot of glue here, and there are some areas that I'm kind of I think are not raised enough, that the 3D paint wasn't raised, and I'm trying to make more dents here inside while everything is still wet, but what I will have to do with it however it comes to be when everything will be dry. It's just a little bit of shame after all the details that went into this, but I'll have to wait for it to dry. There's not much I can do here, and I'm thinking I will just make the other side, and when everything is dried after gluing the paper towels, then I'll come back and it will be the part 3, and in part 3 we'll continue with how to paint this whole thing and how to highlight all the raised areas, and hope for the best, because as I said, it seems like some of the areas are not raised enough, so you can't see the details, but we'll hope for the best, and I'll see you in part 3.